Hey folks, Sheldon from the Outlaw Speed Shop. And we have finally finished the 48 Ford coupe gasser. And anyway, it's ready to go into the old showcase up above. And we'll tell you what we got going on here. So I guess the last video I did, I was still trying to figure out what to do about color and whatever, and you can see I decided on yellow, and kind of faded and rusted. So what I did do is I started off with a burnt or a rust, whatever, rusty primer, and then I put a little bit of gray, a little bit of black, a little bit of green, whatever, some different primers on there, and then I went ahead and lightly painted it with one color of Tamiya yellow, which I'm not exactly sure what one, and then I used another Tamiya yellow, which was a little darker, and kind of, you know, just kind of mix match everything together there, and painted the front end flat black. Actually, it's a Tamiya matte black, which I really like. As a matter of fact, I just ordered some more. And so then I just gave it a little sand job and some inks, washes and stuff like that, and came out pretty good. It fought me a little bit here and there, but nothing. The worst part was gluing in the dashboard, because anyway, there's no door panels, stuff like that, so there was nothing to hook it to. So I got it in there, and of course I was trying to hold it, and I knew better than to use some super glue on it, which I did anyway. I knew better. And of course I hazed the windshield. So that was last night. So I made a new windshield out of this red, because I was going to do the red plexiglass on the other windows. And I went ahead and made a windshield, and it fit really good and everything. But I woke up this morning about 6 and decided I didn't really like that. So I took that windshield, the original one, and cleaned it up a little bit. It still had a little bit of still had a couple little spots on it, so I did the right thing and just put a decal over it. So that's what I did. So anyway, so it's, like I said before, it's a kit bash between the 48 Ford and the 57 Ford. The wheels and tires, like, these are from the, well, I guess the tires are from the Willys, but I think they're the same ones in the Corvette. Those are the Corvette rims, and then some Rat Roaster front tires, or the Model A. I'm not sure exactly which ones they are. And I made the tilt front end on it. It doesn't have a stop on it though. And I got the little let me see if I can do let me do just a little bit of this, and let's see what happens if we do this. Oop, wrong way. There we go. We can do a little close-up of the engine there. There we go. So it's just the 312, but I did put some fuel injectors, some 3D printed ones I got. And there's a guy, I can't think of the name, but he does a bunch of those little kits. He does the headers, valve covers, and intakes for the 312, for the Buick nailhead, for the Olds, for the old Hemi. Yeah, all of them are flathead. So if you need a little hot rod upgrade for some of those old engines, I got him through Shapeways. I don't know his name or anything, but if you search 1/25th scale headers on Shapeways, you'll get there. So anyway, I used the front axle out of the 57 Ford, the rear end, and let's see, that's about it. I made a little magneto for it with my own spark plug wires, put a little fuel line. I didn't put fuel lines to the individual injectors because that was just too fiddly for me. But I took the let's see if, oh, there we go. Took the radiator out of a Willys and stripped the chrome and made some little side brackets for it. And then I think that fuel tank is from the 32 coupe. And yeah, just kind of got everything on there as far as that goes. So we'll go ahead and flip him back up. Fits pretty. It does pull forward just a little. It would probably work without the little slide, but you can see it does have a little bit of front and back motion, not very much, but just enough to keep from dragging. So anyway, we're kind of probably ought to maybe, let's see if we can, there we go. So nothing exciting on the, got the 57 Ford rear end with the little traction bars and some shocks. And like I said, before I redid the cross member, the center section and everything in the frame. Took out the fuel tank, put on a little push bumper, and so nothing really, you know, did the steering and whatnot. So kind of bring them around over here. Kind of go around over to the other side here. There we go. So anyhow, just put a couple little decals on there, and anyway, looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna put probably just a little final touch. I forgot all the way to the end. The next to the last thing that I did was put the bare metal foil on it. I forgot all about it. So that was this morning. So I put the bare metal foil on it and then mounted the front end on it. And like I said before, always wait till the very end. You can get it close as far as where your mounts are for your tilt front end and everything, but don't lock it down until the very, very end. It's the last thing you got to do. So get the body secured to the frame so nothing moves. And then you can put the front end up on there, put a little piece of tape on it, and then put your, and basically all this thing does, let's see, you can probably see there's some little brackets, little angle iron brackets in the front with a little slot in them. And then there's a piece of tubing with a rod inside of it. And that's the whole hinge. And so I waited until the end, got it all set, got it positioned, put a little dab of glue on there, and that was the end of it. So let's show this back. And one little thing that I usually end up doing, because I usually forget, is I didn't sand out. There's some little marks in the trunk of where the license plate, I guess probably just the license plate, maybe the trunk handle go. And of course I didn't sand them out before I painted it, so they were kind of there a little bit. So just like always, put a decal on it to cover it up. And yeah, use that little push bumper from the Willys. So anyway, there it is on this side. So like I say, I'm going to go through, put just a little bit of a little wash, probably right around the top of the edge of the chrome, across there a little bit. It's probably, maybe not, but yeah, the front end fits good. So yeah, it would work. I mean, I guess this one's, it depends on what you got, especially if you got like a 57 Chevy or a 56 Chevy, something like that. You definitely need that little bit to pull forward. This one, not quite as much, but it probably does help a little bit. So anyway, there it is. And hope everybody enjoys it. Hope you get some ideas And we'll get this one put up in the case, and not sure what's coming up next. I'm trying to knock out some of these old projects that I already started. Actually, I sold a couple of them that I had, and actually I just sold a couple, but I had some other ones a while back, so I kind of worked through a bunch of those, but I still have a few left. So I think that's kind of where I'm gonna go, and I'm not really sure. Oh, let me look up here in the project. Oh, I think this is what I got. Give you a little preview of here, and let's open up this. Let's open this up a little bit, back to normal. So some of you might remember a while back, I took one of these Foose convertibles and I sanded out the roof and made a hard top out of it. And anyway, so it's just painted black. And so I'd already used the frame and all the stuff. That's why I had the extra body. So I took like part of a 51 Chevy frame. I took part of a Willys Pro Street frame. And let's see, what else do we have? I guess I hadn't even figured out an engine yet. So that's really all I got here. I got some miscellaneous parts. I do have these. I don't know if I'm going to use these or not. I might use these tires, but I had these wheels and tires from the 65 Corvette 64 whatever Grand Sport. So got that. Probably put a I'm gonna say probably gonna put a Cadillac motor in it. Maybe put an old Cadillac Cadillac in it. So I do have of course all the interior is gonna work from there. So I got the dash, I got the seats, door panels. That's about all I got in my little parts box here. So yeah, radiator. So just a few little parts out of there. So I got this little guy that needs some work. And let's see, what else? I got one other. Oh, I got a little Male Roadster that I started fiddling with quite a while ago. And I think I had a pretty decent idea. It's a 29, and I've got the frame with the reset or narrowed rear end, whatever. And I was going to put a nice big old set of dirt tracker tires, but probably not these. Since then, I've made a set of the rear rat roasters that are wider than the stock ones, so maybe that. And I got it set up for a little Cadillac, old Cadillac 59. So I got that little project. Those two little projects. And oh gosh, what else? Let's see, what do we have in our pile of? I got an old milk truck. I got that 65 Ford. I got my Cadillac. Definitely need to get working on my 59 Cadillac El Camino thing, and a couple other things up here. So yeah, I got a couple Suburbans, 65s. I got a 65 step side 4-wheel drive. So I got a couple projects that have already in the. Oh, and of course I need to get back to, of course, the GTO, the Chiefs GTO. I got to get back to that too. So I've got plenty of projects here that I need to work on before I start anything new. So that's where we're at. And anyway, thanks everybody for watching. And hit the subscribe button, like button, leave a comment if you got something to say. It's always good to hear from you guys. And we'll catch y'all later.